welcome back to Feral. I'm your host, Savana, Montana, and we're going to have some fun on today's show. So, why are we here? We're here because at some point in our life, we didn't feel unapologetic about who we are. We felt very apologetic about who we are, and we've continued to play small in our life. But we can't just keep playing small because playing small isn't serving us. So, on today's episode, that's precisely what we're going to talk about. Not being small anymore and taking up all the space that we need without apology. If you've ever dimmed your light to make someone else's light feel brighter or look brighter, or shrunk yourself to fit in a room to make yourself feel more comfortable or make the others around you feel comfortable, excuse me. If you have ever not spoken up when you have something to say, you're playing life too small and you don't need to ask permission to be yourself. You actually are solely responsible for taking the initiative to show people who you are and take up space and stop apologizing for shit that you're not actually sorry for. And that's okay. I understand what it's like to want to make everybody else feel safe and please everyone all the time. But I was doing that for 25 years of my life. And I learned very quickly that that's not the way to win in life. Making everybody else feel safe and feel comfortable and feel big just continued to make me feel really small. And I'm not small. I'm a small person per se, physically, but inside I'm huge. I'm larger than life. In my world, I'm massive. And I wasn't living my life that way. I was living my life itsy bitsy. And I'm not a big fan of spiders. So the itsy bitsy spider can go. If you feel like this is you, or you feel like you've had some similarities of what I'm talking about or experienced this in your life, then this is the episode for you, because we're not playing small anymore. We're too big to play small. And we are going to step in by the end of this episode into our full selves and demonstrate that in our real life and take up as much fucking space as we want because we deserve it and we don't have to ask permission to take up space. This is our world. This is your room. This is your space. Take up as much of it as you want. It's abundant. You have to have the abundance mindset. So take up the space. We're going to talk about playing small, and then we're going to talk about taking up space so we can embody that and live it in our everyday life. So if you're anything like me and you have lived your life to please other people or always been rooting for everyone else and putting yourself and your dreams and your ideals on the sidelines so that other people can win the big game or have a better time or a better experience, then you're very similar to the person that I used to be. But I wasn't happy being that person anymore. That version of myself only got me so far. And I could feel it in my bones. I was like, this fucking sucks. I can't live this way anymore. It's just not who I am. I wasn't sent here to this beautiful earth to play small. So I started playing big. And the things that I decided I was done with were apologizing for taking up too much space. That was a big one. Why am I saying sorry for being who I am? Why am I shrinking myself to fit into places? If I have to shrink myself to fit in the room, it's not because I'm too much. It's because the room isn't big enough for me. But I wasn't telling myself that in that moment. I was dimming myself down and I was shrinking and I was freezing and I was staying quiet because I was trying to fit in. I don't know why the fuck I would want to fit in a group that clearly didn't suit me. But in life, we feel that way. In life, we feel like we have to be everybody's cup of tea. We're not everybody's cup of tea. The faster you figure that out, the faster you're going to get through this game, because that's all it is a game. It's a mental head game that you play with yourself. You're talking yourself out of everything. It's time to start talking yourself into things. So that's what I started. So I stopped apologizing for taking up too much space. because it wasn't fitting the bill anymore. It wasn't suiting me. It didn't look good on me. Like, my color's not orange. My color's not apologizing. So I'm being unapologetic. Another thing I was doing, and some of you may have done in your life, was minimizing my accomplishments. And let me just hold the phone right there. If you're minimizing your accomplishments and your goals and your feats and things that you should be celebrating about yourself, we could do a whole fucking episode on that, because you shouldn't be. Don't minimize yourself or your goals or your dreams or make anything smaller for the benefit of somebody else. Make them bigger, if anything, but don't minimize your accomplishments. It sucks to me, and it sucks to say this, but society has made us have to dim everything down. We're not ever allowed to talk about ourselves, right? Because if you talk about yourself, you're selfish. If you say too much, then you're conceited. Or if you're all about you, then you're self absorbed. And there are people like that. There is definitely a way to carry yourself, even if you want to celebrate your wins or talk about yourself or boast about whatever it is that you have going on. So much of it has been shamed that people feel like they can't talk about it. People feel like they can't celebrate themselves. People feel like they have to shrink and minimize everything that they do, whether it's a big win or a small win. Celebrate yourself. That's fucking ridiculous. You don't need to apologize for that. And if you're with people that aren't celebrating your wins, we'll get to that. That's a whole nother topic too. But don't ever minimize your accomplishments to make other people feel comfortable. If they feel uncomfortable with your success, that says more about them than it does about you. And that's not a person that you want to be surrounding yourself with. So if you're anything like me, I used to do that. I would never talk about myself. I would never talk about anything I was doing. This podcast, for instance, I was minimizing my goals of starting a show and becoming a podcaster and doing all of this full time and leaving everything behind and going all in on one thing, because not only was I minimizing myself for my peers or my friends or my family or for these unknown thoughts that people may or may not think, because I have no idea what's going on in someone else's head. I minimized it to a point where I started convincing myself that those self-limiting beliefs were true, and then I couldn't celebrate anything. So I wasn't even doing anything because I was so afraid to fail. I wouldn't even put my toe in the water. That's not a way to live. So celebrate your small wins, celebrate your big wins, but don't ever minimize what you've accomplished for anyone, including yourself. First and foremost, yourself. This is one of my favorites. So we'll get into it. Saying yes when you really want to say no. We've got to stop doing that. Shit, I stopped doing that the second that I started the show, before I even started the show. If you are in a situation where you don't want to do something, you don't want to see something, you don't want to go somewhere, you don't, whatever the situation might be, if you want to say no, this is something to apply today, actually. For the rest of the day, I don't care if it's 5 a.m. and you're listening to this, if it's Friday night, whatever. The second that you hear this, utilize it. If you're in a situation where you want to say no, say it. Don't say yes to please someone else. Don't say yes because you think it's going to make someone else feel comfortable or make them happy or view you different or like you more, or I don't even know, because I'm so far removed from this. Not so far. I still have, I'm guilty of doing this still, but it's so fucking silly to me. Just say no. It's okay. You're not less of a person because you said no. Guys, I don't want to go out tonight. I just want to stay at home and chill on my couch and watch Netflix and put on some eye patches and get up in the morning to go to the gym on a Friday or Saturday night. No, I don't want to go out. That sounds fucking terrible if you ask me. No thanks. It's so hard for us to do that though, because we constantly want to people please. Some people have fear of missing out. I had fear of missing out when I was super young, but I was in the thick of it. I was in the shit all the fucking time. I lived in the nightlife. It was my job. I was a promoter. I was a bartender. I did so much at the nightlife scene. So I was making money on the other side, which if you're gonna do it that way. There's no way I could have afforded to party when I was young. not the point of this, but it's okay to say no. If you don't want to go to a family get together because you're just not in the mood to see who you're going to see, but your mom really wants you to go because we do this every weekend or we do this every month or it's the holiday. If you don't want to go, don't fucking go. Say no. I'm sorry. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going to do my own thing this Thanksgiving. That's okay. If you're in a situation at work where everybody's going to go to lunch, but you have so much shit on your plate and you're like, yeah, but if I just ate at my desk today, I could surpass all of this instead of fucking off for an hour and a half, losing all that time. Now I'm going to have to work late and I'm probably going to have to come in on Saturday. No, just to have a conversation over lunch, that's beneficial to you. Or if it's the flip side and you really want to go do something, say yes, but only as long as it benefits you. Just don't be afraid to say no when the answer truly in your soul requires no. Stop saying yes to the shit that doesn't serve you. It's not going to change. Doing it's not going to help you. It's not going to make you feel different about the situation. It's probably just going to stress you out more. So just say no. Bet on yourself. Be good with that and whatever follows it. No one's going to judge you for saying no. And if they do, they fucking suck anyway. that person is not for you. If they're going to make you feel guilty for putting your foot down or just simply disregarding something that you're not interested in. You know what I'm saying? So stop saying yes to everything. If you feel the urge to say no, or if your immediate response to doing something for someone or with someone or around someone is no, just say no. I've kind of touched on this already, but I'll just continue. I'll just go deeper on it. Not speaking up. I have silenced myself for long enough, which is exactly why I have this beautiful show with all of you fabulous people. Don't be quiet. Speak up. Don't silence yourself. Other people cannot silence you. And I'm not talking about big picture shit. I'm not talking about Elon Musk or X or Donald Trump or whatever's going on in the world. I'm talking about real shit. No one can silence you. And if you live in the United States of America, you're certainly not silenced. You have free reign to do whatever the fuck you want. So take advantage of that. But don't not say something to make another person feel comfortable. Don't not say something if you don't want confrontation. When you want to be unapologetic about yourself and you really want to step out there and show the world who you are, who the hell are you? I want to know who you are. It comes with a little bit of grit. Eventually you'll gain more grit off of that little grit. It's like a snowball. And once it keeps rolling, it just gets easier and easier and bigger and stronger and stronger. And it's fabulous. But in the beginning, you got to have a little bit of grit and face confrontation. It's okay. It's not always going to go good. Sometimes confrontation goes really, really bad. Other times, confrontation is a fucking cakewalk. And you're like, God, I'm so glad that I had this conversation with you because this is something super heavy that was weighing on my mind. And this is how I felt about it. But I didn't feel like I could share that with you. Now that I have and I face the uncomfortability, it can go away. Whether it goes good or it goes south, that's, it's going to go whichever way it's going to go. But at least you had the power to prove to yourself, hey, I can confront my problems. Hey, I can face my fears. Hey, I can say what the fuck I got to say. Sorry for all the F-bombs on this episode. I hope my grandmother's not listening. She's going to be so disappointed. But we're explicit. We're feral. What can I say? Speak up. Don't silence yourself. The world needs to hear what you have to say. And in your world, what you have to say is important. What I have to say in my world is important. That's why I'm here and I'm saying it. In your world, your words matter. They matter. So speak up. Don't silence yourself. You might spend the rest of your life hiding in a cocoon just because you couldn't open your mouth. That's crazy, right? Crazy. You have a beautiful mouth that God gave you. Use it. Speak with it. Don't do bad things with it. I won't go any further into that rabbit hole, but use your voice. People want to hear it. What you have to say matters. Speak up. Don't silence yourself. Nobody else can silence you. You're responsible for that. That is surely your responsibility. So utilize what God gave you and say what you got to say, baby. Downplaying your dreams. Don't, for everything that is beautiful and holy in this world, don't downplay your dreams ever. Not for yourself, first and foremost, and not for anyone else. If someone tells you to be more realistic, someone did that to me when I was 10 years old, and it affected me for the rest of my life. A family member. So if somebody tells you, I don't care who it is, friend, family, acquaintance, neighbor, best friend, lifelong, whatever, anybody, store clerk, don't care. Don't ever listen to that. And don't let anybody minimize your dream or downplay what you want out of your life. Because this is the only one that we get. It's this one. In this timeline, in life, on the planet, in the universe, in the Milky Way. This is the one we got. Don't squander it. I don't care how fucking crazy your dreams sound. If you say, I'm 40 and I want to compete with Elon Musk, do it. I'm not going to stop you. Your wife's not going to stop you. Your boyfriend's not going to stop you. Your mom, you can allow those people to stop you. But that's on you. Don't let people downplay your dreams. That's bullshit. And by the way, anybody who is downplaying your dreams, they suck anyway. Not a person that you want in your life. If you keep saying, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want. Going back to say yes to things, say no to things. When you say no to one thing, you're saying yes to another. That's communicating with God, the universe, the higher powers, whatever it is that you believe in. You're communicating with your world now and saying, this isn't for me. No thanks. When you say no to something, you offer an opportunity of something to come into your life to say yes to, and vice versa. So be very intentional about what you're communicating in your life, because you will receive more of it abundantly. You will receive more. So if you're dealing with people who are downplaying your dreams, or if you're doing it to yourself, holy shit, I forgot about me. I've downplayed my dreams. I talked myself out of this podcast for 3 years. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That's so disappointing. I could have been me 3 years ago, sitting in front of you right now, this camera, this seat, this hair, all the things 3 years ago. But I didn't. I burned that time. I don't know what my show would look like now had I started it sooner, but timing is everything, right? Whether you're late, you're still on time, because the world has a funny way of working itself out. But just for context. So don't let people downplay your dreams. Don't downplay your own dreams. Don't talk yourself out of what you want. Talk yourself into what you want. Instead of saying, oh, well, this could happen, or that could happen, or what if that happened? And going through all the negatives, negative, because you're freaking yourself out. Stop freaking yourself out. Start hyping yourself up. Get excited about it. Yeah, well, all this shit could go wrong, but what if it didn't? What if it all went right? What if it was fucking awesome? What if it worked out? What if I met the man of my dreams? What if I met my best friend? What if I had a baby? What if I did? I don't know, whatever it is in your life that you're searching for right now, but think about it in a positive way. The more positivity you surround yourself with on that thought will make it come true. It will start to appear in little ways in your reality. And then you have the choice and the option to say, hell yes, I'm taking that. Or hell no, I don't want to ever see that again. But you got to start somewhere. Downplaying your dreams is not the way to start. So take it from me, someone who feels like she's 3 years behind. I made it here eventually, and you can make it here too. But it's completely up to you. So as we proceed into this episode, I want you to start thinking about a way or a time or a moment in your life that you were playing small and how that made you feel and what that cost you. And I'll just use the topic that I just brushed on, waiting 3 years to start a dream of mine. Well, first of all, it cost me my fucking time. It cost me 3 years. That's a big cost. I can't get my time back. That's a non-refundable minute. That's non-refundable years. I'll never see those again. But I'm here now. Playing small, I like okay, let's get in it. I had so much fear of judgment, what people would think, what people would say. Well, what I will say on the show. What if I hurt someone's feelings? That's not my goal. What if I offend somebody? What if I tell a story that the person in that story didn't necessarily want to be heard or wanted me to repeat? Not that I'm name dropping or throwing anybody under the bus. We're not going to do that. But I had all these thoughts, all these fears. Well, what if this? What if that? I was literally going through everything and anything bad that could happen, freaking myself out, talking myself out of it. That's playing small. Why am I wondering what anybody's going to think about me? I don't give a shit what people think about me, right? That's what I say. That's what I post on social media. That's what I tell all my friends and all my family. Never worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about what people say about you. Your thoughts of somebody else don't matter. Their thoughts of you don't matter because we're all just one person. But I was sitting here for 3 years, mind you, worried about everybody else's fucking opinion. Look how far that got me. Not very far. Don't play small. Don't psych yourself out. Don't shrink yourself. I knew I was big in so many moments, especially supporting my then boyfriend in his career of becoming a coach, pushing him into that, being at events and him speaking on stages and being around people and communicating and working in business with him and doing all these things. And I knew that I was meant for more. I knew that I was shrinking myself to be somebody that I wasn't. I was like, this is great for you, but this isn't great for me. That's a hard conversation to have, but I had to be bold enough and I had to be loud enough and I had to be strong enough for myself to say, hey, I'm going to change shit. I'm going to change it because I'm not happy with it. It's not his responsibility to change that. It's not the business's responsibility to change that. It's not anybody involved in what I'm doing's responsibility to change that. It's mine. But you have to first be honest with yourself. If you think that you're playing small or anything that I just touched on makes you feel like you're playing small, you probably are. Good news. You don't have to. Have that conversation with yourself. Be like, you know what? Shit's not looking like I want it to look right now. Okay. Deal. Let's change it. All right. Let's change it. You can do that, but don't continue to play small. So fast forward 3 years later, la, 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 la. That's a long freaking time. Now I'm here. Now I have my show. And the first record, I'm still getting my sea legs. This is episode 3. I'm not going to kid you. Like, I'm very new. I'm going to make a bunch of mistakes along the way. I'm going to embarrass myself. I'm going to look like a clown. I'm going to be goofy. I'm going to be weird. I'm going to be loud. I'm going to curse too much. I'm going to say shit I'm not supposed to say. I'm going to do all that, but I'm feral. That's the point. That's what I made this show about. You don't have to be perfect. Be messy. But I decided at 29 years of age, I'm not going to burn another 3 years. I'm not going to burn another 3 hours or another 3 minutes. I'm just going to do it and I'll figure it out along the way. I got the camera. I got the name. I am who I am. Just show the fuck up for myself and for you. I'm here for you as much as I am here for myself. We're all in this together. But I had to have a lot of hard conversations. And I had to look back and say, I regret not starting this 3 years ago. I regret not starting it 2 years ago. I regret not starting it a year ago. I don't want to look back with any more regrets. I don't want to burn any more time. I don't want to play small anymore. I want to take up fucking space. This is my space. This is my shit. I love it. Is it scary? Is it uncomfortable? Sure. But you have to be real with yourself and you have to make the decisions, the hard ones, with yourself. Don't let anybody impact what that looks like, what it feels like for you. What is important to you? And when you feel that spark and you feel that energy and you're like, you get emotional about it, Like when I think about becoming a country music singer, that was my dream. It still is a dream. So, hey, it's not too late. I'm only 29. I feel like I'm 1,000, but hey, no. I get emotional. I sing in my car. I'm like, oh, I could be on that stage. I could be at the Grand Ole Opry in my boots with my blonde hair, Savannah, Montana coming to state. You know what I mean? I could do all of those things. And hopefully I will someday. Because life's too short not to do all the crazy shit you want to do. But you have to get everything else out of the way. And the first thing you have to do is stop playing small. And don't do it for the benefit of anybody else. Do it just for you. Start taking up space. Be loud. Be yourself. Stop apologizing. It is necessary. I'm here to tell you it is 1000% necessary. And I'm happy to guide you through any of that as much as I can through the show, through social media, on a personal level. That's the point. You're not alone. You're not the only person that feels this way. I felt that way the majority of my life, but I'm changing that. And so can you. While you're thinking about that story or that moment in time, or maybe you're in that moment in time right now, some ways to recognize why we do this to ourselves, why we feel this way, why we put ourselves through the shit and waste time and burn ourselves up over it. Well, a big one for me was fear of judgment. Like I was just telling you in my story of getting to where I'm at with this show. That's just one thing. That's just one dream. That's just one goal. I've got many. Got a lot to do. Got a lot of shit to do. Fear of judgment is probably in my top 3. Easily. I don't like judgment. I don't like feeling judged. I don't like judging other people. It doesn't make me feel good. And on any spectrum, fear of judgment is huge because, well, what if I mess up? That's embarrassing. People are going to judge me. They're going to make fun of me. They're going to laugh at me. Well, what if I offend someone? Well, then they're going to be mad at me and they're going to send me a bunch of hate mail and messages and DMs. Great. What if my family, what if a personal story of mine comes up, which many of them will throughout the series, hurts somebody in my family and then they judge me? Well, you're an asshole and you said this on your show and you did that and that's not true. Maybe they'll gaslight me, or maybe they'll have a confrontation, or maybe we won't be cool with each other anymore. I don't know. But that comes along with judgment. There's a billion things that people can judge you for. But avoiding that fear is next to impossible. I think the goal is just not focusing on it. People are going to judge you no matter what you do. If you don't show up, they're going to judge you. Well, she never did anything with her life. Judgment. Oh, well, she showed up and she did this and she had a podcast and she's on social media and she blah, 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 blah. Judgment. Okay, so I'm too much. I did too much and then I did not enough. So which is it? You're never going to win. So I think the fear of judgment is just a thing in our head. Does it happen in real life? Is it happening right now? Sure. But if you focus on it, you're going to drown in that puddle really quick, because that's all it is a puddle. It's just a little puddle of fucking negative people. We don't need to be in that puddle. I got rain boots and I got an umbrella and we're stomping on that puddle. We're gonna have a good time on that puddle. You know what I'm saying? Because life's too short. So I think fear of judgment was something that was huge for me in avoiding starting my dreams and setting goals and intentions behind making my dreams come true, because I was afraid of what people would say, what people would think, what people will do. I have zero control over any 3 of those things. So dwelling on them is something I do have control over. I'm not going to dwell on it anymore because I have zero control over it. So that's occupying real estate in my mind that I literally have zero control over. What's the point of that? So don't be afraid of judgment. It's easier said than done. But when you feel that in the moment, just come back to this show. You know what? I'm overthinking. I don't. Judgment is what it is. It's like assholes are like opinions. They stink and everyone's got one. It is what it is. I think another reason that we play small is because we so badly want to be liked. Liked in the sense of we genuinely want people to like us, right? I want you to like me. I want you to follow my show. I want you to come on here as a guest or comment or follow me on social or do all of these things. I want to be liked. It's so silly. It's so silly. And I think social media has more so made us want to be liked because every time we post something, we're waiting for a heart, that like button to hit, the double tap. Let's go. It's not important. And when you're doing anything with that kind of energy behind it, when you're starving to be liked, you're like, oh, please just like me, or please just comment, or please share my shit. It's very unlikely that's going to happen because what you're putting out into the world is what's coming back to you. Put your shit out there for a week. Just trust me. I've done this. Just post whatever it is that you like, things that you say, whatever you wear. If you're drinking coffee in the morning with a bun on top of your head, like me, that's the dumb shit that I do. Just start posting and being yourself. All of a sudden, if you do it consistently for long enough, your species will start to show up. This is my species. Feral is my species. You listening right now, you're my species. You're important to me. You understand what I'm saying. You resonate with my messaging. You're here for a reason and you're staying for a reason. And I appreciate that. I know that we like each other. I know if I met you in real life, you're like, that's my bitch. That's my dog. These are my people. Because we get it. Not everyone's going to get you. Not everyone's going to understand you. And that's okay. You don't need to be liked by everyone. I know that it feels warm and fuzzy and nice and we love it. But if it's disingenuous, it doesn't even fucking matter. And being liked is even the people you think like you, for instance, probably don't. And the people that you think don't like you probably do. Start looking at it that way. Like, you know what? I don't even know if you like me or not. So I'm just going to keep being me and see where the hell that gets me. It's going to get you so much farther than you even know. Authenticity always wins. Always wins. It's literally part of my branding for a reason. Be yourself. Don't worry about being liked. Don't worry about being loved. Don't worry about being hated. Don't worry about being judged. It's inevitable. Just keep doing you. And the better you do, the more shit you're going to deal with. But at least you're doing you. At least you're focusing on yourself. Nobody else is going to focus on you more than you. So take that with a grain of salt and start owning your shit because it's important. Also, fear of outgrowing relationships, personal relationships, business relationships, intimate relationships, family ships, friendships, acquaintanceships. I'm making shit up now. All the ships. It's okay to outgrow people. Does it suck? Absolutely. It's not fun. I've lost so many people, but I started reframing the people that I lost in my life and started appreciating the part of my journey that they were in. I'm glad that they showed up when they did because I needed them for something or they needed me for something. So it allowed me to use my light and my oomph to give back to that person or them to do that for me. I don't talk to those people every day anymore. Maybe I don't see these people at all. Maybe those people really wronged me and I don't want them to be a part of my life anymore, but they taught me a lesson. So, through the journey of focusing on yourself and owning your shit and not playing small and taking up more space, get real comfortable with being uncomfortable losing people because it's never fun. It's never fun. It's even less fun when it's family. And yes, I will have a whole episode on losing family members and holding boundaries and betting on yourself and cutting out negativity from your life because it's necessary if you want to get to where you're going. And it's not fun. It's so uncomfy. Nothing's comfy about outgrowing people because it makes you feel like you're less or like you're too much. Well, if I'm doing this, which I really like about myself and I really love myself for, and I'm so passionate and I'm so good in the space that I'm in, but now my best friend doesn't want to talk to me because she doesn't understand. Well, maybe she wasn't as best of your friend as you think. That's okay. Maybe it's a relationship. Well, now I'm being outspoken and now I'm being myself and now I'm being true and I'm having so much fun and I feel great and I'm finally in my zone. But my boyfriend doesn't like it. And I think he's going to break up with me. Good. Let him break up with you. He's not going to get you to where you're going because he doesn't resonate with you anymore. Maybe for a period of time, he helped you get to where you are. But if he's not in it for the long haul, appreciate that and take it for what it is. It's not your fault for outgrowing. You're supposed to outgrow. That's what we're here to do. The only constant in life is change. We're not here to stay the same. I didn't come this far just to get this far. This isn't it for me. This is just the fucking beginning. I got a lot to do. I'm going to outgrow people. I'm going to make new friends and I'm going to lose those friends and I'm going to make more. And some are going to stay along for the long haul and some aren't. Some people are going to become my family. What if it doesn't work out in the end? What if I get divorced? God forbid. I don't want that and it would suck. But you have to look at life as a journey, as a path. It's okay to outgrow people. You're not less of a person. You're not an asshole. You're not doing the wrong thing because the people in your life in that moment aren't supporting you. That's just that they played their part in your book. You got to flip the page and you got to open a new chapter. You can't live in that chapter forever. You got to start writing new pages because you got a long way to go. And I don't care if you're 60 and you're listening to this, if you're 19 and you're listening to this, if you're 33 and you're listening to this, it's necessary. It's not too late to ever, ever bet on yourself and follow your dreams. You should. You got all the time in the world. You really do. So, outgrowing people is a necessity, especially when you're doing something for yourself and you're going big and you want to really step into your truth and your authenticity and stop apologizing for it. You don't have to be sorry for that. People come and they go, and some people come back. I'll tell you that story about my fiance. Left, came back. It happens. Another way that we play small is self-doubt and imposter syndrome. So let's touch on that for a minute. I still struggle with self-doubt. Being on the show right now, I'm like, well, what about the episode? What about this? What about that? I'm using this as context in so many of my episodes. So I'm sorry if I'm being boring. It's the most prominent right now. And you're here with me on it. So it's the easiest example to use, but I'll get into all the crazy stories as we move along. In the series, not in this episode specifically. But I doubt myself all the time. I doubt myself. I want my six pack back. I worked my ass off 2 years ago to get a six pack and I got one. So I know I'm capable of it. Now I'm like, well, is my body changing? Am I gaining too much weight? Am I not sticking to my diet? Am I not working out hard enough? I'm doubting myself. I know I can do it. I've already done it once. That means I can do it again. Why am I doubting that? Same thing with social media. Posting on social media. People get so scared to post on social. Well, my face, well, this isn't perfect. Well, my hair's not done. Well, I don't have makeup on. Well, I don't know what people are going to say. This goes with being liked again. Well, is anybody going to like it? Or is anybody going to follow me? Or how many views am I going to get? Shut up. It doesn't matter. I love you. I'm saying shut up with love because I love you. None of that matters. Don't doubt yourself. Just go. Don't overthink it. Count down from 5 and go. Run. Post it. Don't even watch what you just created. If you create something online, don't even watch it and just post it. I've done that before. It's scary as hell, but it's fun because you prove to yourself that you can challenge yourself and that the things that scare you aren't that scary. Once you start doing it, you won't doubt yourself as much anymore because you go, oh, well, I did it once. I could probably do it again. It wasn't that scary. Thought it was going to be way worse. Like skydiving. If any listeners have skydived before, some people are super stoked to do it. Some people are out of their mind terrified, like hives, sweating. I'm going to get off the plane. I can't jump. They jump out of the plane. They have the best time of their life. You free fall for like less than a minute and then you're in the clouds. It's fucking awesome. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend. And if that's something that scares the shit out of you, I recommend it even more. Go skydiving. I should have a skydiving party. We can all go together because it is 1000% worth it. Not the point. Sorry, I'm going straight today. I'm being extra feral for you this afternoon or whenever you're listening to the show. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations to prove that your self-doubt is a liar. It's lying to you. Not true. You're just doubting yourself. Those are just self-limiting beliefs. That's just negative energy sitting on your shoulder, the devil on your shoulder, or the negative thoughts in your head. It's not true. So don't doubt yourself. And imposter syndrome. Oh my gosh. I feel like I have imposter syndrome right now. Imposter syndrome is the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. That's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. I'm sad even just talking about it. Imposter syndrome is not a fun thing to deal with. You deserve your dreams. They were given to you. The bigger your dreams are, the better. They should scare the shit out of you. Achieving them is the best part. It's the hardest part. It's the scariest part, but that's the rewarding part. That's growth. That's change. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't deserve your dreams. If you tell the universe and the world and God that you don't deserve your dreams, he'll take them away from you. They'll go away. They'll be gifted to someone else who will utilize them. That's how I think about it in my brain. My dreams were given to me for a reason. It is my sole responsibility as Savannah fucking Montana to make sure those dreams come true. That's a lot of weight because I got really big goals and I got really big dreams. They make me emotional. They make me cry. It took a really long time for me to give myself worth and give myself the power to deserve the things that I want and the things that I thrive for and the things that I work for in my life. Imposter syndrome is just something that's simply not fun to deal with. But if you felt that in your life and you feel like you don't deserve the things that you want, if let's go material, people love material shit. We all do. We all love money. We all have material shit at some point or another. You want a nice car. I do really want that nice car, but I don't feel like I deserve it. So I'm good. I'll get the Nissan Altima, even though I really want the BMW. And the lease is the same. If I finance this or if I lease that, the cost is the same, but I don't feel like I deserve it, so I'm not going to get it. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. If you feel like you're living someone else's life and not yours because you don't deserve it or you're not worthy of living that life, that's just a self-limiting belief, and that's dealing with imposter syndrome. There's also another side to that, but that's not the point of this. You're not an imposter for building your dreams. You're not an imposter for going after your dreams. You're not an imposter for picking yourself over everyone else and everything else in order to create the life that you want, the life that you dream of. Make it so ridiculous and so out of this world that people will think you're crazy and then become obsessed with that. Obsess over that idea. You're not an imposter for wanting that. You're not an imposter for creating it. And you're not an imposter for living it. Once you actually start to achieve those things and live that way, don't let people take it away from you because they're going to try to. Once you start hitting closer and closer to your top, people will start to drag you down. People will come out of the woodworks and ask you for shit that you're like, hold on a second, what? Are you confused? You're not an imposter for wanting what you want, for dreaming what you dream, for living how you live. You're just you. Stop apologizing for it. That is your authenticity. You're not an imposter. I think in life, there's a lot of scenarios or upbringing or things that I've been through or experienced that have culturally conditioned me personally to play small or to shrink myself. And it's, when someone's like, oh, good job, good girl, stay there, do that. That's makes me uncomfortable. Or be humble, always be humble, always be kind. Yes, always be humble and always be kind, but doing something for yourself isn't not humble and not kind. How do you expect to be kind to other people if you're not kind to yourself? How do you expect other people to be humble with you if you're not humble with yourself? It comes full circle. You can't just give and give and give and give. You've got to give to yourself too. You're not taking from anybody by giving to yourself. Without giving to you, you can't really give much to anybody else because eventually that cup of water is just going to tip over. And that's what happened to me. When people tell you not to brag, don't brag. Don't talk about yourself too much. Don't do that, like society, culturally, the conditioning in schools. Oh my gosh, public schools. Everybody fall in line, have to do this, have to do that. Uniforms. Don't express yourself. Wear a uniform because judgment, because other kids will make fun of you. Well, those shoes are nicer than his shoes. So everybody has to wear the same shoes so that people don't get bullied. Like there's so much conditioning that goes along with shrinking yourself because we're always grouped in and we always have to follow suit and do what everybody says that we have to do. Even though Maybe we don't want to. And I think at a very young age, I realized that. But I think that growing up kind of molded me that way because it did come along with the don't talk about yourself too much or don't boast or don't brag or, be good, be humble. Don't be too much, basically. And you're always apologizing. I don't know what that's about. Apology culture. Be unapologetic. I can remember from the time that I was little that it was just I always had to fall in line. And I feel like a lot of you are probably this way too, and probably have been brought up that way, which is why it trickles into our upbringing and then who we become as adults, because we're going back to those childhood memories and those core values that were burned into us for 12 years or however long. So then we get out into the real world and we're still playing small because we were taught to play small. We were taught to work 9 to 5s and be factory workers and show up on time, and you only get 30 minutes for lunch, and this is how much time you get for yourself, and then you got to go to bed on time so you can be here early and do it all over again. And then you get 2 days off to be who you are, but then the other 5 days a week you got to be who we need you to be. Fuck that. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I think society has really embedded the play small culture, honestly. Like thinking about it now, and I'm just brainstorming here with you guys. I think that it has a lot to do with it. And I can remember so many moments of my growing up where I felt like I had to silence myself. I had to be less than what I was. I couldn't fully express myself because I needed to make other people comfortable, or I could make another person feel bad. And then I did that into my young adulthood. And then I pretended to be somebody that I wasn't through most of my 20s for the benefit of other people. And I was drowning myself, literally suffocating my own well-being. We got to change that. Life's too short. On that note, it took me 25 years to internalize that and process that emotion and that feeling and understand why I felt so bad about myself. Because I wasn't being myself. I wasn't showing myself to the world. I was being quiet. I was being small. I was taking up as little amount of space as possible so everyone else could have the floor or the table or the room. You can only do that for so long, and then you're like a nut of a person. You're like this teeny tiny little flame. I don't want to be a teeny tiny flame. I've always been a massive flame. I'm not a lighter, I'm a bonfire. But I lost that somewhere along the way. So internalizing that probably hit me on my 27th birthday, which is something else you'll hear me talk a lot about. Everything changed. Everything changed at 27. I'm going to do a whole episode on that though. So I won't excite you with the details now. All right, so let's get down to the fun part. Let's do a mindset shift. We've figured out why we're playing small, how we're playing small, where we're playing small. You guys have been thinking about that thought in your mind throughout this episode. So now, how do we combat that? Start paying attention to it, have that conversation with yourself. Remind yourself that you're not too much. You're not too much. Maybe the rest of the world is just not enough for you. And that's not mean. That's not conceited. That's not selfish. Tell yourself that you're everything. You're more than enough. You're absolutely worthy. You deserve it all. You deserve everything because you do. Don't feel guilty for being a whole lot. I'd rather you be a whole lot than a little bit of something, because you're going to find your people. There's a lot of people out there like you. You just may have not have met them yet because you've been shrinking and hiding yourself. You're not too much. You're absolutely the perfect amount of everything that you are. So remember that in these moments. You have to consciously tell yourself, I'm too much in the best kind of way. And it's not because I'm too much. It's because maybe this situation, this person, this scenario, this life is just not enough. So I'm going to change it. But don't make yourself less. Don't dim yourself down. Build yourself up. Overreact, over exaggerate. I'd rather you do that than the opposite, because that's going to get you somewhere. Even if you falsify your confidence, even if you're scared shitless and you're walking into a situation, make up shit in your mind to get confident, to walk in as your full self, to be who you are when nobody's looking. That's who you have to show up as. You got to show up as the bitch that nobody sees. Who are you at home? When no one's around, it's like your dog. He's like, this bitch is crazy. Yeah, my dog thinks I'm crazy because he sees the raw me all the time. You'll get to the point where you can start showing that to the world, but you have to start somewhere. And telling yourself that you're not enough is not going to get you there. Tell yourself that you are too much and everybody else is not enough. Also, the people in your life. Who's celebrating you? Anybody? If no one in your life is celebrating you, two things. One, you need to show them an example of how to celebrate you. Start celebrating yourself. Second, if you're around people that aren't celebrating you, that's not your tribe. That's not your species. Species is the word I'm going to use because you guys are my species. They're not your species. Don't try to make them. Don't try to alter them or change their mind. Just let them be. Let them do their thing. Stay over there. Be your own species because we've got something going on over here. You know? Don't be around people that don't celebrate your wins because that says more about those people than it says about you. And those people are just not for you. They're not bad people. They're not less than you. They're not shitty or shoddy or whatever we want to say. They're just not for you. And that's okay. But by putting those people to the side, keeping them at arm's length, and spending your time on yourself, once you start focusing on yourself and everything that you want and start celebrating your wins, I don't care if it's a small win. I don't care if it's a massive win. Whatever kind of win it is for you, celebrate it in that moment, whether you celebrate it out loud, you write it on your mirror in lipstick, you scream it from the rooftops, you write it in your journal, you share it with someone else. Whatever that moment is for you, celebrate it. Celebrate it to the point where you're comfortable or you can even falsify your confidence to have it with someone else. Share that moment with someone else. Hey, this is what I did today. Hey, look what I accomplished. Oh my gosh, look how far I've come. I can't believe that. Look at me now. Look at me then. That's crazy. Could even be like a weight loss journey. I used to be 170 pounds. I was extremely overweight for my height. I was a very plump, round girl. When I look at pictures of my old self, sometimes I want to cry because I'm just like, oh my God, somebody help her. This poor girl. She didn't even know. I didn't even know, honestly. I was so confident. It's crazy. Also, topic for another time. If people aren't celebrating you, give them an example. And by giving them an example, you're being strong enough for yourself to celebrate yourself in front of other people. Lead the way. If people don't catch on and they don't figure their shit out in order to be a good part of your life or the part that you need them in, one, take it for what it is, because some shit just doesn't change. And two, don't give out that much energy to those people anymore. Give your energy back to yourself and start attracting more like-minded people who are there to celebrate you because you're worth celebrating. Celebrate yourself and allow other people to celebrate you too. When somebody does give you a compliment, say thank you. That's hard for me. Still hard for me. I will, oh my gosh, I love that dress. Oh, this? Oh my gosh, this is so old. You can have it. No, Savannah, just say thank you. You have to allow people to celebrate you too. So that's 3 things. Celebrate yourself. Show people how to celebrate you. And when people do celebrate you, if they do, make sure you thank them for it. Just say thank you. Yeah, I am a badass. Yeah, I did do this. Yeah, I did do that. I'm excited about it. What's going on with you? You know, people can celebrate people. People helping people. That's what we're here for, baby. Part of being unapologetic and not playing small and taking up space is you gotta stop taking responsibility and accountability for other people's level of comfort. If other people aren't comfortable around you, that's got nothing to do with you. You can't slow yourself down or silence yourself or shrink or be small or pretend to be somebody that you're not for the comfortability of another human being. That's solely on them. So knock that shit off if you're doing it. I did that for so many years and it'll make you feel like dog shit. And it's so much harder to come out of if you do it for a series of time. So if you're doing that in your life right now, do yourself a favor and nip it in the bud because it's not worth it. Their level of comfortability around you is solely on them. If they're uncomfortable, let them be uncomfortable. Don't dim yourself down. Don't shrink. Don't get small. Don't act weird. Don't pretend. Just keep going. Keep doing you, boo. Just keep doing you. They're going to be uncomfortable either way. And usually a big thing would change. So stepping into your authenticity and into your unapologetic side. and playing big and taking up space in relationships, any kind of relationship, people may start to judge you or act a certain way or change or make you feel bad because they're so used to the part of their life that you play. Like, oh, I'm used to you being this way. I'm used to you doing this or doing that or playing small. They're comfortable with the way that you are. So when you start to change and you get bigger and you get louder and you get more authentic and unapologetic about who the fuck you are, they're not going to take it the best because they're like, well, maybe they're not going to play this part in my life anymore. And I want them there. I want them to be here and stay the same. It's not your job to stay the same. That's going to be uncomfortable for them. It might be uncomfortable for you too. But it's important to know the bigger goal and the end result of why you're being yourself, why you're showing yourself to the world. So if it makes somebody else uncomfy, they're either going to get used to it or they're going to get gone. Either way, it's a win for you. It's hard, it's harsh, but it's true. There's a lot of ways that you can attack this kind of thing. If you want to start stepping into your space and making more of it for yourself and not apologizing for taking up room and being loud and being yourself and having fun and doing all the feral things that it is we do. For starters, be the first person in the room to speak up to speak your mind, to speak up. So if you're in a conference room at a meeting or you're at a table talking with your friends or you're at dinner with your family, whatever that looks like, say your opinion first. Don't wait for somebody else to talk. Just start talking. Just speak up. Use that beautiful voice. Say what you got to say. Lead the way. Leading is one of the best ways to change because people will learn by example and they'll say, oh, this girl changed or this guy changed or what are they doing? They've got a lot of oomph. They took initiative. They started this conversation. Be the first person to speak up. And if you're the first person to speak up, it kind of lays a train for everything else. So then you don't have to worry about, oh, now it's my turn. Like if you're going around a table, oh, well, let's start with who wants to start? You know, have you ever been in a situation when everybody introduces yourself? Go first, because then you don't have to sit and anticipate what you're going to say for the next 20 people that have to introduce themselves, because then you're just getting anxiety and you're not listening to what anyone else is saying because you're so worried about what you're going to say. Just go first. And whatever the hell comes out of your mouth comes out of your mouth. Just be yourself and own that moment. So speaking up first is a really good way to own the time, own your space, take up your space, show yourself, be seen in that moment. Go first. Another example, making bold decisions without explaining them. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. No one. You just get to be. So make a decision, be firm in your decision, and keep it fucking moving. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to say why or when or this is what happened to me. No one cares. And even if they did, it's not necessary. Owning your power and taking your power back means no explanation. You don't need a permission slip. You don't have to go into the details of why you've made the decision that you've made. Decide what you want to do. It's either a hell yes or it's going to be a hell no. This is what you're doing. That's what's going down. That's it. There's no explanation. There's no strung out story. Make a decision and keep it moving. People will appreciate you for it. They'll respect you for it. And they'll probably take your advice, because when people are definitive in what they want and what they want to do, and they say it proudly and boldly, the rest of the people will look and pay attention. That's actually not a bad idea. I like where your head's at. No one will, most of the time, people won't ask you why. And if they do, you can tell them, but don't start with an example. Just go with it. What we just talked about is minimizing and, hiding ourselves and not being able to celebrate. Share your wins. It's very important to share your wins. If you're not sharing your wins, that's something you can definitely do to combat this and step into your truth. Normalize that kind of behavior. Celebrate your wins. Talk about what you're doing. Don't hide it from the world. Don't hide it from your friends. Don't worry about what people think. Share it. Celebrate it. Get excited about it. Speak it into existence. It matters. It matters to you, so it matters to your world. Don't hide it. Just embrace it. Once you start to normalize that, other people around you will be comfortable doing the same. And you don't have to feel bad about talking about yourself or getting excited about something. You can also ask other people about themselves. Well, what do you have going on? What was your win for this week? What is something you're super excited about right now? What's the last thing you got really passionate over? You can make it about that other person too. You can share your wins with someone and then ask them to share theirs with you, because they'd be like, oh, well, I don't want to say. I mean, that's kind of a strange question. Or are you sure you want to know? Yes, I genuinely want to know. What the fuck's going on with you? Let's get excited about it. I think it's great, because that's the kind of energy that you want. So you got to put that energy out there and mean it. Celebration is abundant. I never understand this about social media or about life in general. People not wanting to get excited for other people. It's abundant. It doesn't go away. It doesn't run out. It's here to stay. You can have as much of it as you want. It's like saying love runs out. Love doesn't run out. It's abundant. It is within you. There's copious amounts of abundance in love and positivity and celebration. It's not like a piggy bank. It doesn't just run out and you're like, shit, I gotta go make more of it. It's you create all of it. You're not gonna run out. Celebrate people. People should celebrate you. You should celebrate them. It's a good thing. Don't hide your wins or your accomplishments. Talk about them. When you talk about them, they become bigger and they become real. It makes you not want to hide from them, because then if you say, oh, I said I'm going to do this and now I don't do it, putting yourself in a compromising position if you don't get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? So celebrate your wins. Be around people who celebrate your wins and initiate that conversation. Be the person to start talking about it. Normalize that kind of talking point in your relationships. It's totally worth it. Well, something that I'm lacking in right now, take physical space, your posture, your voice, your presence. Own that shit. I'm literally barefoot, messing around in front of a podcast mic, probably not being loud enough. I need to be louder, but I don't want to disturb all these people at the studio. Just kidding. I want to disturb them. I want to disturb you. Okay, I'm being inappropriate. Posture, stand up straight. Dress up if that makes you feel good. Me, I'll wear a sweatshirt and leggings, a hoodie, a set, a ball cap, no makeup, hair in a clip, doesn't matter. I'm confident no matter where I'm at. Honestly, being my full unapologetic self is what makes me feel the most confidence. That is my posture. But I could get dressed up to the nines, which makes me feel like $1,000,000 too. So whatever that looks like for you. I've gotten comfortable in multiple settings because I've trained myself to be that way. You should do the same. Using your voice, talking boldly. Don't get worried about what you're going to say. If a microphone is handed in front of you, this is something I've had issues with. Being at events and talking on a mic and asking a question, my voice cracks and I get really nervous and I don't know what to say. And then I don't even know what I said after I said it because I'm so nervous. No, own your voice. It's a beautiful voice. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And speak with confidence. If it means something to you, it'll get easier every single time. You don't have to freak yourself out. You're gonna do just fine. So remember that. Your posture, if it's the clothes that you wear, shower before you leave. Don't shower before you leave. Go in your sweaty gym clothes and rock out. Whatever's going to make you feel the best. But owning your voice, owning your body, doing things that set you up for success and not make you uncomfortable and make you feel like a fish out of water. In the bad way, not in the good way, because sometimes feeling like a fish out of water is great too. But just own it and focus on it. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself in the mirror. I talk to myself all day. Talk to yourself in the mirror. This is my voice. This is what I sound like. This is who the fuck I am. When did I forget that? The more you hear it and the more you speak it into the world and into existence, the more comfortable you'll be with it and the easier it will get. And lastly, put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Think about something that you've really wanted to do lately. What's something you've really wanted to do? Maybe start a podcast. Maybe start a new business. Maybe quit your job. It could be bad thing. I'm a bad influence. Could be going on a dating app or going on a date in person or joining a new friend group. Could be anything. If there's something that you're, oh, I really like to do that, but it makes me super nervous. Think about that. Whatever that is for you, whatever's coming up for you in this moment. Think about that for a second. Now, tonight or today or this morning or afternoon or whatever, if the day that you're listening to this podcast, go write down what that is and what you're going to do to put yourself in that situation. Get uncomfortable. Be bold. Well, I'm going to invite this person out to lunch, or I'm going to text that guy or girl and say, hey, do you want to grab coffee? I'd like to take you on a coffee date. Or start a new business. Scare the shit out of yourself. Do a podcast. Post something on social media. Put your phone in front of your face and go, this is who I am. Post it. Send it. Whatever. If something freaks you out or makes you uncomfortable, that's what your challenge is for today. Go out and do that thing. And then report back, shoot me an email and be like, Savannah, this is what I did. And this is how it went. And it scared the shit out of me. And it was totally fucking worth it. Or, oh my gosh, I'm never doing that again. You give the worst advice. I don't care. Whatever that is fine with me. But go challenge yourself. Put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's what's going to build all of that momentum and all that fearlessness and all that positive shit that you're looking for, that you need to do your next thing. That's where it lives. It lives in the scary part. It lives in that dark forest. Go in. Just go in. You won't regret it. Make yourself uncomfortable. I think the way that I'm taking up space in my life right now is doing this show, and I am hosting events. I'm posting on social media consistently. I'm really throwing myself out there, and I'm not letting myself slow down at all. I'm just going. I have momentum. I have Mr. Mo, so I'm just going and going and going. And it makes me uncomfortable and scares the shit out of me every single day. But I'm just going anyways, because if I slow down and I take the time to think about it, I'll freak myself out. I know this about myself. So I'm not allowing it. I'm controlling that part of my mind. My mind is now listening to Savannah and saying, she told me to do this. And now my body's following suit because I'm telling it what to do. Me. It's my choice. It's my decision. There's still a lot of ways that I would like to show up for myself. I would like to take up more space that I'm not currently taking up. I think I need to challenge that with myself in my relationships, in my friendships, in my family ships, because I'm here and I'm with you and I'm on social with all of you beautiful people. And I have fun with you and I get to be myself and I get to show you who I am. And I'm not afraid of that anymore. I don't get to meet all of you in person every single day, but I do spend a lot of time in my relationship or with my friends or with my family. And those are the people who know me the best, in quotations. If you're listening, I'm doing the little quote, the air signs. I need to show up more for my friends and more for my family and more for my significant other in an unapologetic way. I need to be comfortable with taking up more space in those relationships because I deserve to, and I'm worthy of that, and I don't need to hide. And it shouldn't make them feel uncomfortable because I'm not doing anything malicious. I'm not being negative. I'm not taking up space that is not rightfully mine. The space is abundant. It's not running low because you decide to take up more space in your life. You're not eating other people's space. You're not being selfish. You're not a thief. You're not a space thief. You're just making fucking room. You're making fucking room. And it's time to make room. I am a small person, but I need a lot of room, a lot of space. I need a mansion. I need a castle. I need a city. I need a town. I need a state. I need a country. I need it all. Maybe you do too. But don't think because you're taking up more space in any places of your life, areas of your life, friends, family, relationships, whatever, that you are eating into theirs. That's not the reality of it. You're just creating more for yourself. That's not a bad thing. And maybe by you doing that, you can inspire those relationships to do the same because everybody deserves that. We all deserve the space. But we got to step in and demand our space. We got to make room for it in our lives, mentally, emotionally, physically, all the things, spiritually. You got to start making room. Make more room for the shit. I had so much fun with you guys today. And if you made it all the way to the end of this episode, kudos to you, because something here resonated with you. Your intuition spoke up, your spirit and your energy and your vibe communicated with your soul and your mind and all the things today. So thank you. I want you to leave this episode this week today knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you deserve all the space that you require, whatever that number, whatever that amount is for you. You deserve to be seen, not unseen, not hidden, not shrunk in a box. You deserve to be heard. Your voice matters. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be felt, the emotions, whatever it is that you have going on. Other people need to hear your voice. Other people need to hear what you have to say. They need to know who you are. So when you leave today, I want you to think about a way that you're going to show up this week for yourself. How are you going to embody all the things that we just spoke about in a positive way? Let's rid some of the negative shit out and let's step into our truth and own it and take our power back. So how are you going to do that? I wonder how I'm going to do it. If I could give you an example, I think I'm going to be louder. I'm going to be literally vocally, I'm going to be louder because I planned on screaming on this podcast today and having all the fun. But in my pre-show, prepping for it, I was a maniac. And then I got way cooler by the time I got to the studio. So I think louder is the answer for me. I'm going to be loud as shit this week. And I'm going to bring that fire with me on next week's episode. So that's my answer for me. I'm going to be louder. I'm going to say the shit. I'm going to get uncomfortable. Hit all the pain points. No. We'll have some fun too. So all in all, just release the fear of being too much because it's not true. It's not the reality. Release the fear of shrinking. Release the fear of judgment. Release the fear of feeling like you're taking up too much space. You're not taking up too much space. You're just enough. You're more than enough. That's okay. That's a good thing. Just show that to the world. Step into your truth. Be honest with yourself. Have the hard conversations. Dive in, jump out, whatever you got to do. Get the fuck out of your own head. It's going to be okay. It's better on this side. You're going to go through it, but we're going through it together. So my feral species, if you enjoyed today's episode, please give it 5 stars. Follow the show, like, subscribe, hit me up on social media at Feral with Sav, at Savana_Montana. Shoot me an email at feral@savannahmontana.com. If you have stories, comments, questions, concerns, anything that you would like to talk about, be brought up on the show, I can give you a shout out or I can make it anonymous. The choice is completely yours. Just let me know. Your homework, step outside of the box, create more space, stop apologizing for it, and do not shrink, not for anyone, especially for yourself. Stay feral, my feral friends, and I will see you next week.